Hi everyone, and welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Philip. Today we are continuing our deep dive into a book that has been a refreshing guide for so many of us, The Practice of Being at Ease. You don't have to live up to everyone's expectations. The author Ichiro Kishimi, the brilliant philosopher who co-authored the bestseller The Courage to be Disliked, continues to explore the life-changing wisdom of Alfred Adler. Adler had a famous saying, "It's not what happens to us that causes trouble, but our interpretation of it." Now, I know we have all heard variation of this 1,000 times. It can sound like just another inspirational quote you've seen on social media. But if you really sit with it for a moment, you will realize this sentence is actually handing the steering wheel of your life back to you. It tells us that what truly dictates our emotions and our choices isn't the event itself, but our own internal interpreted filter. Let's be honest, are we too used to blaming our struggles on our own environment? Maybe it's our family background, a difficult boss, an unsupportive partner, or just bad timing. While these factors are very real and can be incredibly challenging, Adler challenges us with a tough question. If you give yourself past and your environment all the power, what do you have left for yourself? When we say, "I can't succeed because of my background," we are essentially telling ourselves, "I have no choice. I am a victim of my own circumstances." This chapter of the book brings us back to a starting point that is very simple, yet incredibly brave. Starting from your true self, not the ideal version of you, not the version others expect you to be, but the you who is standing here right now, full, fear, and awe. Kishimi used some great everyday examples to illustrate this filter. Let's take learning a foreign language. Have you noticed that many people aren't actually lazy about learning? They are just terrified of speaking. Why? Because they are afraid of a bad accent, making grammar mistakes, or being judged. On the surface, it looks like a lack of skill, but it's actually the ego at work. Many of us would secretly rather be seen as a genius who just doesn't try than as a beginner who try hard but make mistakes. We don't want people to see the unskilled version of us, so we stay silent. But a true learner Someone who is truly at ease is comfortable saying, "Yes, I am a beginner," and it's completely normal to mess up. When you admit you are starting from zero, that suffocating pressure to be perfect just vanishes. You no longer have to perform. You no longer have to pretend to be an expert. You can finally just learn. Kishimi even shared his own journey of learning ancient Greek. Now, as a famous philosopher, he could have framed this as a grand academic achievement or a boost to his reputation. But he said he didn't learn it for the status or to impress anyone. He did it because he genuinely wanted to read the text in their original form. When we break our big intimidating goal down to the simple question, "What can I do today?" the goal stops being a giant scary mountain and starts being a path we can actually walk on. It's not about, "Will I be a master in 10 years?" It's about, "Can I enjoy learning one new word today?" That shift in focus from the result to the process is the ultimate secret to being at ease. It turns life from a series of high-stake tests into a series of meaningful moments. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to challenge you to look at your own interpretative filter. Is there something in your life you have seen blaming on your past or your environment? What would happen if you took the steering wheel back today and just accepted exactly where you are? Remember, you don't need to be at the finish line to be worthy. You just need to be on the path. Thank you so much for joining me and for letting me share this insight with you. I truly hope today's sharing was helpful and brought a little more clarity to your week. If you found this episode valuable, I would be so grateful if you could share it with a friend or a loved one who might need a little encouragement today. I wish you all a safe, healthy, and peaceful week ahead. Take care of yourself, keep your heart at ease, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.